Hi, We Care Arts family. This is Caitlin. I'm coming to you from my home studio today, and we are going to make a project. We're going to make a piece of art just using anything that you would find around your house, right? If we're not able to get out to the store right now, like we can't, we can use what we've already got. So I think we're going to like this project. We're going to make this kind of really fun, like evil eye hand, okay? And this is just made out of stuff around the house, okay? So our materials that we're gonna need: one, a piece of paper, that's gonna be our pattern. Two, a piece of cardboard. So this is just really thin cardboard. I got it from like an envelope that came in the mail, like one of those cardboard envelopes. You can use a cereal box or like another food box or something. Scissors, pen or pencil, foil, this is going to be the superstar, and then a little bit of paint. Okay, so I've just got light blue, black, dark blue, white paint. That's for our eye, and paintbrushes. If you don't have paint at home, no problem, you could collage it, you could use like Sharpie or marker, or you could just leave it without an eye and just do the hand. So let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is take our paper. It can be any kind of paper. This is just a scrap piece of lined paper that I had. I'm gonna fold it in half. Okay, and we're gonna basically do like our half design on this of the hand. And by doing this, like folding it in half and cutting it out, it's going to be super symmetrical. So that's going to be nice and give us a beautiful hand. Okay, so with my pen or your pencil, start your drawing first. It's like the half of the top finger, okay? Then we're going to do the other finger. So you can really see like how we're doing this, right? So the other finger, down a little bit, and then that thumb, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. And this should be kind of about the size of your regular hand. It could be bigger, smaller, but I think it's nice. This is a good size. If you're feeling super crazy and wild, you can do a huge one. It doesn't really matter as long as you've got cardboard big enough. Okay, so I've got my half a hand. Next, I'm going to take my scissors and cut it out. So I'm cutting along the lines. And again, I never worry about being super precise. I mean, sometimes you need to, but this is not that bad. So we're cutting it out. Along the second finger. And finally, the top. Let's see how it looks. Ta-da! And I love this. It almost looks like a small flower or some kind of like design. I'm actually going to just cut down this top finger just a little bit. Okay, so I'm happy with this. This is our pattern, right? So then we're going to take our cardboard and we are going to trace it, okay? All right, so just got it on here. Tracing all the way around my hand. It's good too, because if you mess up your pattern, that's a lot easier to fix than, you know, doing it on the cardboard and then you've got to like find some more cardboard and all that. So that's why patterns are great. And using this kind of like really thin cardboard is really good too, because it's so much easier to cut than like that thicker cardboard that you got with a box. You can use that and it would be kind of fun and sturdier, but this is just super easy to cut out. So now with my scissors, I'm gonna cut this sucker out. Okay, all the way around. And I think this is just something pretty fun. I don't know, I always find making any kind of art super relaxing. And that's good. And I always feel when I'm done, like, you know, a good sense of accomplishment, like I did something. And then you got something beautiful to hang in your house. All right. So I'm almost done with this guy. All right, so this is my hand, okay? And I'm gonna wrap foil around it as the next step. And the cardboard is nice because it gives it a little bit of sturdiness instead of just like if it's just foil on its own or just paper, it's gonna be more flimsy. So this cardboard is fun. All right, so here's our superstar foil that's gonna make it beautiful and shiny and silver looking. So I'm just cutting a piece big enough for my hand, okay? There. Okay, so I've got it against here. I want to make sure that my shiny side of the foil is facing out. So there's a duller side and a shinier side. I want to put my hand against the duller side so it's going to be super shiny. Then all we're going to do is just fold up the edges. You know, and it's basically like you're wrapping the sides on here, okay? So it's gonna give kind of like a nice, this is the finished one, so you can kind of, the back looks like this, but the sides are like really nicely finished then because you're just wrapping. And you can cut it a little bit if you need to get those nice, like kind of tight cuts because there's a few bumps in here, right? So as I'm wrapping this is what the front is starting to look like. We're starting to really see our hand shape. So again, just folding down. We want to fold it pretty tight. Going to be super snug. We're almost there. I'm going to cut some of the excess off. Final. All right, so here is my beautiful silver hand. All together. It's super shiny. I'm loving it. And now the fun part is to put some designs on it, right? So if you can see here on my first one, I've just done some kind of designs. I don't know if you guys have seen like henna or any kind of just designs you would want to do. That's kind of what we're thinking of. But it can be anything that you want to put on there is going to be, it's going to be really good. So here's the great thing. It's super easy. I'm just going to take my pen or pencil. If it's like a ballpoint pen, just make sure that the tip is not out. So we don't really want to draw on here and make any, we don't want to make any like marks. It's just going to be indented. So almost like it's like a hammered metal. All right. So the first thing I want to do is block in where my eye is going to be. So see how we've got our eye on the palm. So I'm going to, in the palm of the hand, do an eye shape. And it's just basically like, I always say like to make an eye, it's like you're doing a foot. Oh no, I just tore my foil a little bit, but that's okay. We'll paint over it. Okay, but I'm just kind of pressing lightly with my pen. Okay, and if you can see, that's my eye shape, okay? Then around anything else you want to do, just put on any patterns, mark makings you want to make, anything. There's no wrong answer here. So I'm kind of just going to do like, I like some spirals. I'm going to do some spirals on the fingers. Even just like repeating lines are really fun. I'm going to do some lines for where my fingers are. So see how I'm starting to kind of put it all together. And I think this project is really fun. If anybody, if you know me, one of the things you'll probably know is that I love learning about other cultures. I love traveling, anything like that. So this is, I think, a really cool project to just kind of explore, some Middle Eastern art and influences. I was lucky enough to go to Turkey one time. And it was so fun just to see, how everything, how people are choosing to decorate, what they have, and seeing the traditional arts and all that. So that's kind of our inspiration today. Oh gosh. All right, so I've got all of my designs on here. Next thing I'm going to do is take my paint. Again, I've got light blue, dark blue, black, and white. If you don't have paint, no problem. You can have your just like finished, kind of patterned hand. If not, you can also use, like I said, you can collage some colored paper on anything. I always say, like, when you're doing art, don't be super like caught up on one idea. There's usually, if that's not going to work, you can find other ways to do it. So I'm just taking my white first and I'm painting in kind of what the eye is going to look like, and see where we made the mistake and we cut through. No problem. I'm painting right over it. Okay, so I've got my eye shape on there. The next thing I'm going to do is take my dark blue paint, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edge, okay? So, and it'll mix a little bit, which is okay, or you can always wait for it to dry. But we just kind of want that solid line around the edge, just outlining the whole eye. I'm going to do the top. All right, so now I've got my outlined eye. Next thing I'm gonna do is the light blue for the pupil. And Evil Eyes, it's like a super traditional thing, using like certain colors. So that kind of dark blue, light blue, white, black, that's super, kind of traditional. So I'm gonna get a decent amount of light blue on my brush, just making a circle then on the inside of my white. So just making that blue pop, and I think you can already see, I think this is so pretty. Last but not least, we're gonna put in our pupil, okay? So all that is another black dot right in the middle. Again, I'm doing it while it's wet, but if you wait for it to dry, you won't have to worry about anything mixing together. And then voila, we have our finished Evil Eye hand here ready to go. Here's my other one. You can put these on the wall to see how they're kind of different. No problem. I think these would look so cute if you made a bunch of them and had them all together. All right, so, thank you for watching. Thank you for making this project with me. If you make these, go ahead, put them online, show us what you're doing, tag WCA at home, and we'll have it on our gallery. All right, thank you for watching.